For this tutorial, we're going to create this bracket here. I'm going to use Synchronous to create it. Obviously, it can be done in a number of ways, but I'm going to use the profiles here to start most of it. So we'll start with a rectangle by 2 points, and I'm going to start on the front plane using the F3 key to lock it. Control H takes me through. So if I come off that midpoint and just start drawing, it wants to be 216 wide by 10, and just putting those values in means that dimensioning is a lot easier, so I can just place that and that, which is going to lock it in, and then I will have a dimension going from here to here, and this needs to be 140. And as you can see, because they're all red dimensions, which is driving, it's maintained the other sizes. So from here, we can use circle by center. So we'll draw these three in here, so 64, 44, and 28. So start with 28 diameter, just type it in and place it up in here somewhere, then just change the value to 44. All I have to do is type it in, and 64, and then enter, and then I can place that over the top of the other ones on there. So just to keep things on track, let's just place these dimensions just to make sure that nothing changes. We can then see everything clearly, and then we can dimension from here to this side edge, and this wants to be 20 mil. Because it's the dimension to the coordinate system, the circles are the ones that have to move. And then we've got a value of 100 from that bottom edge to any one of the circles. They'll all be concentric, so they will all move together. So from here, let's just add in another couple of lines. So we'll go from there, wait till we get the tangency symbol come up, right mouse click to start from a new point and get the point on that one. And then we need a couple of circles for here. So we've got radius 26 and 36. So diameter wise, that'll be 72. And I've started right in the center here. So I can add those in. So the other one's 52. So that concludes what I'm going to draw on this plane. So we'll extrude the bottom face out first. So if I click on there, I can hold the control key down to pick up on the other regions. Alternatively, I could have trimmed it out. Either doesn't matter. So hitting the space bar toggles me through to add and remove and add or subtract. So I've gone through and selected all the regions that I'm after, and the value I'm looking for here is 120. So we'll type that in and go from there. So if I put the boss in next, so it's this circle here, just zoom in, make sure I get the region, and the distance I'm looking for is 68, so I can grab that and just type in the value I'm after. And then for the other one, it's a 20 mil. So if I pick the region between these two circles, and by default it will go to add, so that creates that. And then I can come in here and just give this a thickness of 10 to close that off. So if I hide my sketches for now, I'll also hide my PMI. Notice they changed to blue, which is driven. If you want to, you can go in and lock any of these dimensions, which will make them red and permanent. So from here, we've got this boss coming up over the top here. So if I draw a circle by center, and I will lock to that bottom plane, Control H to the top view, come off the midpoint, and the diameters I'm looking for 86 and 66. And place those in there, and distance wise they are equidistant between these two faces, which is a distance of 55. So I will dimension that in here. Now, as you noticed, I drew that on the bottom plane. If I project it up, we're going to end up with a piece coming through here. So what I can do is I can go down to my sketches. I could have added in an extra plane to draw on, but if I go through the select sketch, I've got my design intent turned off. Otherwise, it will try and move up the bottom face, but the distance I need to come up is 56. So from there, I can select the two regions. I'll just tell the control key down that time, change my extent type to through next, and project it down, and that gives me a nice clean surface. And then I can just pick within inside that circle, and I don't need to specify any distance. I can just drag it through so it goes all the way through. So from here we've got a couple of 20mm rounds on the front edges, so I can add those in. Just pick the edge. If you type in the value, it's not the right size, you can hit tab and it will stay that way and create both together. We can then create our holes to go through here, and these need to be 20 diameter. So I'll just go into the options and change that to 20. Hover over the top plane, lock it, and then I can then get to the center point here and here. And it's cleaner just to do it this way because you haven't got the other geometry that's conflicting. So this is creating the 4 holes that we're after, making sure that we get the alignment on those both so that they're all clear. And there is a distance here of 60 between the holes. So these are concentric, so they should remain fixed. What I will make sure I have got here is that when I place this, it's moving these ones over. I want my design intent so that I've got my aligned holes coming through, so it will adjust top and bottom as it goes. So this is mostly done. We still need to do this boss on the top here. Now, as I did before, I'm going to draw that. It doesn't matter. I'll take the bottom face. It's still highlighted, so locked. So I can go Control H, get the midpoint of here. So just making sure I'm not picking up off anything else, which can be a little bit trickier than what you're after. So I will. So the diameter on this is 26. And I'll place it there, but the distance from the back edge is 40mm, so I can add that dimension in now. And because this is a sketch, it will move relative to the body. And again, we need to move it up, so it needs to be up 142. So again, if I go to unlock sketch, can't move the lock sketch, and we can then just move it. Let's turn off design intent, which is the U key, otherwise it's going to affect that bottom edge. So we want to go up 142. From here we can then pick the region. Again, change our extent type to through next, which will allow it to wrap around this boss here, and that creates that on there. So then we just have an M16 by 1.5 threaded hole. So we go to the hole command, go into hole options, and change to threaded type, and we can then just scroll down to an M16 by 1.5, which is that one there. Make sure that the thread length is to the hole extent. Okay, so if I hover over this top edge there, it's going to snap to the center, and then we can just hide our PMI dimensions, and you'll see that we have now completed this part as you can see it.